If you just brought home a vintage Singer 403A, looked at all those shiny metal levers and felt completely overwhelmed, you are not alone. This machine is an absolute tank and can sew like a dream, but if you don't know what these controls actually do, it's incredibly easy to accidentally scramble your tension or jam your gears. In the next 5 minutes, you're going to master every single knob and lever on this beauty so you can start creating with confidence. Let's dive in. Let's start right down here at the base of the machine where the needle meets the fabric. First is a flat metal plate in front of your needle. It slides completely open to give you access to your bobbin case underneath. Keep it closed while sewing so your fabric moves smoothly. Under the needle is your throat plate. It has a handy measurement guidelines etched into it to help you sew straight seams, and a slot for the feed dogs, those metal teeth underneath, to pop through and pull your fabric along. Look just to the right of your needle plate for this tiny metal lever. This unlocks your throat plate so you can lift it out without a screwdriver. This is how you change plates or unlock it to raise the plate slightly for darning and free motion work. There are 3 settings: the down setting, the up setting, and the unlock setting to remove the plate. This big round dial on the front controls your top tension. Think of it like a clamp. It puts just the right amount of squeeze on your thread so your stitches don't end up loose or bunched up. For 90% of your sewing, you'll leave this right in the middle between 3 and 5. Up here is the metal arm that bobs up and down when you sew. That is the take-up lever. Its job is to pull the thread off the spool, feed it down to the needle, and then pull it back up tight to lock each stitch into place. Always make sure this lever is at the highest point before you pull out the fabric. Now let's talk about how we control the actual stitches. This is where the 403A gets unique. This left lever allows you to move your needle to the left, center, or right. For basic sewing, you'll keep it in the center, but shifting it to the side is a lifesaver when you're installing zippers or sewing close to the edge. Right next to the needle position control is the Bight Lever, which controls your stitch width. When it is set to S, your machine sews a straight line. Slide it to 2, 3, 4, or 5. The needle starts swinging side to side to create a zigzag stitch. But make sure you have your zigzag cam inserted in order to make the zigzag. Let's move to the far right of the machine. You will see a long vertical lever. This regulates your stitch length, how long or how short each stitch is. It starts at the longest stitch, goes shorter and very fine stitch, and as you move it to the very top, it turns into the reverse stitch so you can back stitch and lock your seams. Now let's look at the very top of the machine, the fashion disc cover. This is a swing open door on top of the machine. It keeps the dust out of the gears, but when you flip it open, it reveals the mechanical brains of the machine. Inside you'll see a spindle where you can drop in a fashion disc, often called a top hat cam because of its shape. The 403A uses these physical plastic discs to tell the needle how to move to create decorative stitches like blind hems, scallops, and diamonds. Crucial rule here, always slide your Bight lever all the way to the S before you pull a disc out or push one in. This moves the internal gears out of the way so you don't snap the plastic. You find this notch and hook it here and snap it in. And then you can adjust this for the zigzag, smaller to wider. Finally, let's look at the right side profile. This is the big wheel on the side. Remember to always turn it towards you to manually raise and lower the needle for precise stitches. It also has a smaller inner knob you can loosen to stop the needle from moving when you need to wind the bobbin. Hold the hand wheel, turn the inner knob towards you to unlock. To relock, continue to hold the hand wheel and turn away from you. And that is it. You officially know your way around the outside of a Singer 403A. It may look vintage, but once you know what these parts do, it is incredibly intuitive to use. In previous videos, I have showed you how to thread this 4013 beauty from scratch. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss the decorative stitches with the beautiful cams. And let me know in the comments, did you inherit your 403A or find it at a thrift store? Happy sewing, and I'll see you in the next one.